Hi, and welcome back to Tour Talk Tuesdays. We are here with another episode to talk about what all has been going on with the Million Post Tour. So let's get right into it with a screen share. All right, so as you guys know, we were expecting for PostChain to launch sometime around mid-May. Richard Hart had announced the mid-May launch date, and of course we expect that delays are in the game. And so now that we are approaching the beginning of June and we haven't had any kind of announcements or instructions as far as a date of when we can expect launch, we have had to roll to our contingency plan. We always knew that if we didn't have launch, then we didn't have the intention to move forward with our full day conference events. So now that we know that we do not have launch, we have made the decision to go ahead and roll our California schedule to the end of the tour. So if you will look here on our homepage, you'll now see that our first workshop will be in Chicago in October. We're pretty confident, hopefully, that we'll have launch by then. That way we can make sure that we can give all of our attendees free coins. Besides that, we will still be launching our tour out of California with some Hexicans meetups, with a car show, some college visits. And then what I'm really excited about is our golf tournament. So the easiest way to find that on our site is to go to the sports events page. And then right here, you can go to golf and you can learn more about everything that we have planned with our golf tournament. We have two different start times, one at 7 a.m. for those early birds, and then one a little later at 1 p.m. And then if you just come to the ksb.tv website, then you can find all the information for signups if you want to sign up as an individual or sign up as a foursome or do a sponsorship package where you can get a customized flag. So those are the basic updates that we have. Today I'm excited because I get to reunite with one of my good buddies from the 555 tour. He goes by Agape Hex on Twitter, and I'm going to add him to the stream now. What's up, guy? How's it going?
One, I want to say that intro was amazing. That that video montage, that was dope. Was that done by a local, like a Hexican?
He is a Hexican. He reached out via Twitter. He goes by Parkway Production.
Okay.
And he just, we gave him a lot of your footage.
No, awesome. Loved it. Yeah. Patrick in the kitchen with the thumbs up. He nailed it.
Yep. So I actually have one more guest here with us. I know how much you always like to meet my lady friends. And so one of them is here with me. Come on over. Come on over. It's like,
okay.
I gotta keep it spicy when I got guests like Agape Hex.
Should have trimmed the beard a little bit, but
okay. So I have a 16-year-old, right, Shay?
Yes,
and she just had her sweet 16, and this is her godmom. And so she came to come and celebrate with us.
Oh my God, Mom, that's awesome. Wow.
She is a mom. She has a beautiful little girl back at home. Not 16 like mine, but yeah, she's a mom.
Cool.
I want to show you guys something. The reason why I invited her. Oh, wait, no, we don't want to show.
Oh, that's awesome.
that.
I was gonna go get my tacos for Taco Tuesday, but I'm still on that crypto fitness challenge. So,
hey, there are ways to have
diet keto. I was gonna do like cheese tacos and shit, but I didn't.
Yeah, nice little salad bowl or nice little cheese situation. Yeah. Here, you guys shoot the shit real quick while I pull up this Chrome tab.
Shooting shit.
Am I gonna go for it and ask you a question in Spanish, or should I not embarrass
myself? Oh, what?
¿Hablas español? ¿Hablas español or no?
Sí, pero poquito.
Oh, sí, okay, perfecto. Fui a Guatemala para aprender español, so entonces yo puedo hablar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I should know Spanish.
Oh,
I
man.
used to know. Well, I knew it until I was 8 years old, and then no one spoke Spanish to me again. So
Okay.
everything since
Yeah,
then,
no, I
learning.
realized
Yeah.
you can go far if you learn other people's languages.
Correct, especially one that we use in this nation often.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm on Twitter, and the reason why I'm on here is because I made a post the other day. Let's see if I can get it to load right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
what?
this is the friend that sent this to me when she was on her way to San Diego, right?
Okay.
She's not a Hexican like we're Hexicans. I've
What
been
airport?
onboarding her for like the last couple months, just like teaching her. Like we've had MetaMask installed for like a couple months.
Yes.
What
Made
airport?
little small purchases,
way.
but by the end of this trip, she'll definitely be full in. But just from me constantly talking about Hex, us being on the road tour, when she saw that, she had to snap a picture and send it to me, and I thought that was just
I did.
like
We
so
stopped
cool.
the TSA line. I was like, halt.
What airport is it, Kaylin? You know?
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah,
Oh, it's in the Houston
HW.
airport. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm just trying to think.
code.
I'm trying to think of any one of the. No, we all drove out of Houston. I didn't fly out of Houston, so I would have done that. Yeah,
no.
somebody sent me a hex sticker from like a road stop in the middle of like the country, like just like one of those like rest stops. Someone was like, "Yo, like hex.com," and they weren't a Hexican either. So
Yeah.
it's it's getting in there, getting in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we're definitely pre-viral for sure.
We want to know who put it there. That's what I want to know. Who put it there? I'm proud of you.
Wait a minute, I met you at the Mexican spot.
You did. Right. It wasn't a Mexican spot. Wait, where it was
that.
Saltgrass, and he sat across the table.
in
Oh, I know
Houston.
his face and that voice. Oh, I remember. But
I remember
that on blast until it
that
was
smile. I remember those teeth. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
he was the smoothest.
He is the smooth Texican. That's why we love our agape.
He's like, wait, it's coming back. It's coming
all
back.
love, all love.
Had on different voices.
Yes. So we know that we're supposed to be talking tour. I know we're like old buddies reuniting. So we're just having fun. But the reason why I wanted you to come on is because you guys, your app has been a huge supporter of promoting the tour and saying that we will support the tour once the tour gets going.
Yep.
And so I just want to really give you an opportunity to tell the people what Pulse app is.
Sure.
And to talk about how we can use it further to really create connections.
Yeah. So I mean, I just realized, I think throughout the time of connecting, like we had so many missed opportunities, I think even like along the tour where hundreds of people would be in a room and not be able to efficiently exchange information and stay connected. So, I've been working on an app for over 3 years now, and the inspiration was to better connect with people, but then also follow up and maintain relationships, right? Like capture info, make sure you put the appropriate tags, remember where you met them, create a follow-up, and start building a pipeline essentially of friends and to stay in touch. And then creating a way where more people can connect instantly. And so when I obviously was on the tour, I was like, man, I'd love to integrate Pulse, which is ironically the name of Pulsechain.
And you got to tell the people. You that's what I say. You have to tell the people because a lot of people are going to be like
Richard, from another Richard to another Richard, like 2018. Look it up. Limited liability company, Pulse company, 2018. I'm just going to say that right now. So we were first to market, but anyways, he kind of trumps it, but it's okay. So but it has no affiliation to Pulsechain. I mean, that's just Pulse Connect Life. Like that's what we're trying to do. So everybody has a pulse. Everybody's got one. So so we want to be able to integrate with events, and we see that the Pulsechain on this tour, we have the ability to sponsor and integrate ourselves into the workshops and the communities, and then also allow people to connect and network. Yeah. And so we want to be a new tech hub and a supporter of the tour.
Yeah. And I think that's, super huge when you think about how we've restructured the tour. I know me and you, we talked about this the most, on the last tour, is how much we needed to get in front of the eyes of college students.
Yep.
Right? Like the workshops are great. We need it. We need to be able to show people how to use the system. But if we are really talking about like mass adoption really growing, that's the demographic that we need
Yep.
to target. And when it comes to, you know, the kids, and even for myself, it gets very difficult to remember people's names, right? Like people that you meet through, you know, your internet circles or through events and things like that. And when I saw Post app and the fact that like when you connect with somebody, it connects you to all of them, right? So now when you want to call them back, you don't have to remember their name. You can literally remember their profile picture, you know, and that's kind of how we remember people now. Like everything is so
I mean,
connected to
the other day, I just didn't know someone's name, but I remembered where I met them. So I just went to the maps section of the app and I could look up like the city I met them in. And then boom, right away, I recognized who they were. So it's just an efficient tool to help you manage those relationships.
You would have remembered me, Ricky.
Well, but I didn't get you in Pulse. That was
I know, that's what I'm saying. Had we put that into play,
I know. I probably wasn't trying to shill my app when I'm trying to shill myself. You know what I mean? It was one or the other.
Because like the combo, we couldn't do the combo.
Yeah, business or pleasure, you know, you can't mix it. So,
and you guys know KSB, we're starting a dating channel as well.
Oh. A business and pleasure.
I'm serious. I've already signed up. Sammy Chica announcement right here that if you're interested in you know maybe coming on a dating stream to pick your shot at Sammy Chica to go.
I remember that stream with Richard, that 3-hour stream with Richard. That one chick was just trying to holler the whole time.
I mean, she came in a wedding veil, so you know if you're gonna shoot your shot,
in a wedding veil,
hey, if you're
like
gonna
some
shoot your
ultimatum.
shot, hey,
it was she was all in.
Oh,
she was all in.
Richard was very clear, like 25 or younger, and super attractive. That's his like.
Yeah,
That's what it is, but
you know, it is what it is.
Standards.
Yeah. Standards.
But yeah, Ricky, tell us a little bit though about you know, your affinity or your desire to network, not necessarily network, but really to get the message about PostChain and PostApp to the college students. Like,
well, what I realize is that financial education is like there is none of it in high school or college. I didn't get much of it. You can take economics class, but they're obviously not talking about cryptocurrency or blockchain. And so when we actually had our HEX meetup in January in Florida, I invited like 8 guys. They all showed up. They were all from the University of Tampa, and they immediately on the spot bought HEX. And they immediately on the spot sacrificed for PulseX. So from that day, I guess I just realized that, you know, we have a shot at, I don't want to say taking advantage. It's like leveraging their excitement and their ability to take risks. And they're less what's it called? Mesmerized, or well, they have no filter yet, you know? And so
they haven't already been damaged, right? They haven't been.
It's funny because you think about, oh, well, let's get the older people because they have the money to do it. But it's like, but their minds aren't even there yet. They're not receptive. The young kids are like, where do I go? What Discord? What Telegram? Like that to me, an earnest heart is way more valuable. Like it's easily tapped into. That's why you see some things that aren't so great. They take advantage of that, but that can be used for good. And that's what I'm saying here is like their minds are very receptive, very eager, and easily impressionable in a positive way is what I'm saying. So
they're open.
And they want to change their lives financially. Like this is an opportunity. If 2015, not to date you guys, but I took some time. I came back to you guys stop. I'm just saying 2015, I had just graduated college again. I went back to school. And so, but what I mean is 2015 would have been a great time to get into Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying. So like, you know, what I'm just saying. So if we had the opportunity to get these kids in and just literally change their lives infinitely, like, I mean, that's the type of message that I would literally spread with these guys. And then I'd be like, yeah, everybody here connect on Pulse app and we're all a big happy family. Because they would see both things. I'm giving someone a financial tool, and then I'm giving them a tool to help them build their relationships up. So it's a win-win. That's how I see it. And with Pulse and Hex, the crypto, like the community, there was a lot of opportunities to jump into a lot of different cryptos for me in 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like since being on tour and then obviously putting together this documentary, just seeing like the substance of the people,
Mm-hmm.
like the people are real as shit. Like they're real. And they're either, I mean, they're real in both ways. You see the Twitter emotions running high and it's like, damn, these are real people. Like they're, I mean, some of them are fake, but like either way, like they're passionate people. And so when you have conversations, I just think those are the relationships that have the potential to be really strong and deep. I mean, look at us. Like we've still stayed super connected. It wasn't just a transaction. They paid me to be videographer. Like I went to Portugal. Like they're begging me to go to Colombia. Like
Yeah,
it's not just business anymore. Like
we're like family.
we're family. You develop, and that's how I feel with the Hex family. I mean, when we see each other in Vegas, and I don't know, because you share, and this kind of comes from like religious backgrounds or like college fraternity backgrounds, but it's like sharing a common bond with somebody, even when you don't know them, when you meet them for the first time, it's like you've known them forever. And
It's a
that's
weird
what Hex,
experience.
yeah, that's what Hex has done for me to
Yeah.
understand that. So for Pulse, my app, the reason I built this is because I want to be able to add people into my life that have substance. So this app is not to go around and just connect with 1,000 people and then follow up with 1,000 people. You know, it's really to foster and nurture important people that I feel like will be valuable, not just for me, but I'll bring value to them sometime in life.
Yeah.
That's the point. So
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, Hex and the Pulsechain tour is fostering a great demographic for me to capture. So I'm like, boom, I'd love, that'd be a great vertical to jump into because these people are quote unquote easy in the sense of they're my demographic. These are the people that I want using my app.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then in return, trying to give them a useful tool to connect. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like to instantly be able to connect with people that you've met, like, hello, you know, and then be like, oh, let me keep track of that. So, you know, I just got to find a way because I know this community is very OPSEC. And so I you know, to find be a bridge for anonymity and, you know, security and privacy as much as I can for them as well. That's what we're looking to do. And so we're actually looking to integrate onto the blockchain as well. So it's a long journey, but it's something that I think is required for the frontier, which is Web3. You know, it's just inevitable.
Yeah.
So sorry, that was a long spiel. I apologize.
It was a good
Hey,
spiel.
hey.
Yeah, the energy was there too. That was all. Say it again.
Look,
Yeah.
I love it.
The-
Oh, people are watching. I thought this was just like a Zoom between you guys and I. Shoot. Yeah.
There's a couple people in the room. We
There you
appreciate you all being here. We got Wild SJ, Sticker Guy, Crypto Newton, I think is how you say that. Not sure. DJ Pauly, you know, our
DJ Pauly. Who's
Gosh.
Hey, Sticker Guy, what's up? Mazo, I want to shout him out. If you saw the other workshop video that we have, that's like animated text. This is another guy from the community.
Right. Yep.
German guy that just reached out, was like, hey, love what you guys are doing. I want to support in any way I can. And, you know, they volunteered to make a video for us. And I think that's what's so special about this community. And, you know, even why I even asked Ricky to come on the show today, because no one is getting paid to do the work that we do, right? Unless, you know, you have like myself, I might work for Kryptosparbuch to do some of their stuff. But for the Hexicans community, these streams, nobody is getting paid for this. But you see this over and over and over in the people that are involved. They just want to give back, right? In some way, Hex has made some impact on their life. And we just all want to, you know, share that with whoever.
Well, it's an economy of people. Like at first, I didn't get paid, and at first, you didn't get paid. You just like, let's do it. And then, yeah, like if you provide value and there's like financial energy that literally you need in order to get that value, then that's a different story. But for the most part, it's all just service. And then you're just being rewarded for your service too on a monetary standpoint. But it all starts with the selflessness, the willingness to give. And that's all you need. And then the rest takes care of itself. Always, you know, always does. So. Yeah, it's like unconditional love, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I'm interested in what
Ooh, Rockstar.
Nerman's saying. He's saying that he's the CEO and host of the Crypto Rockstars cruise, and we're doing a cruise next year. So
Yeah,
I really want to find out a little bit more
yeah,
about this cruise. I'm gonna have to look you up and
yeah.
find out
How
what
do
you
you
guys got
say
going on. I still
what?
don't know. He just told me it was German, so I'm just gonna.
Dankeschön, bitteschön, sprechen Sie Deutsch. That's all I got.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look at that.
Give me a shout out. Hit me up on Twitter. Black Hexican is the name. BLAKC. On Telegram, you can find me at Let's Talk About Hex. But yeah, for sure, let's talk and figure out how we can.
Crypto just message her on any of those platforms and she'll hook it up.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Crypto That's it.
It's
Yeah,
like send
so-
the phonetics.
So what colleges are you most looking forward to connecting with, trying to get us on their campuses this
Well, it's funny because like I think of like the Big Ten, like Michigan, Ohio State. I think of like the SEC. I think of the big schools, 60,000 plus, and then I think of the small like liberal arts schools that I went to in San Antonio, where I got to speak about Pulse, and it must have been 600 kids. It was a small Catholic high school in San Antonio, but they were really engaged, and so I think there's going to be a mixture of both. Like you got to hit up both ends of the spectrum because the big schools have numbers and volume, but where the small schools have potentially more of the substance there. So I mean, I'm just saying I got to dip my toes in both sides, but specific schools, depending on obviously geographically where we go. But I mean, like Stanford's always like been a great school. I would love to like go to and educate because they're brilliant people. Like Stanford's just smart people across the board. Obviously, you get into territories like the Midwest, like University of Michigan, Michigan State. Those are like alumni ties. You know, I mean, you know, MIT. I mean, I definitely want to go for like some of the top ones. Ivy League schools are cool. Yeah, I don't know. But then like again, the small it's both sides.
Yeah.
Honestly. You got to
So I
cover
mean,
it.
I love that though, because we need people. And I ask that because I want the audience to see that we need people out there recruiting schools and opportunities for us in every subset, right? My focus may be on HBCUs, right? Because that's where
Right.
my heart is. Whereas you're like, hey, we need those numbers. And I know that if we're tailgating at the biggest events, you know, then we're going to get more eyes on the RV, right?
I even think I even think if you look at like a 5 to 10 mile radius in a city, you'll find probably one or two of each too. University, you know, what is it? Community college, and then private school, and then underfunded school. I don't know. I mean, seriously, and then virtual school. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, definitely get one. Speaking of virtual, are you guys thinking of virtually displaying each workshop then too?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow.
Absolutely. And we have gone back and forth. I'm glad that you brought that up as far as will it be just a completely open, free live stream, or will we have like some unlockable content or like membership content? You know, there's that option to have, I guess, once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, press that subscribe button, hit that comment. Help us get to the 1,000 subscribers before our tour launches. But we do have lots of options, and that is a big focus for us. Is doing a lot more live streaming because the content is going to be so different from event to event, having so many different speakers.
True.
You know, I think when we were making a documentary and our speakers were consistent, just basically Hex Lion and Avid, you know, we didn't want to live stream it and then that force people or maybe deter people from wanting to come to the next city, you know, where it's going to be completely different. We only have 8 of these huge workshop events, hoping to draw out 300, 400, 500 people for these full day events. They're in the biggest major market cities like Chicago, NYC, Dallas, Los Angeles, Miami. And then in all those other cities, we're just focusing on hitting these colleges hard, hitting these sports events, tailgating, and just, you know, merch pop-ups everywhere we go.
I like that a lot. I love that model. That's so smart. That's so smart.
Yeah.
Just like structuring it that way to have 8 juicy ones, you know?
Mm.
And then the rest is all about just digging into the community. Yeah, you laughed at juicy. I see you. But yeah.
The emphasis for me. It wasn't even the word, it was the emphasis.
It really just comes together. I mean, you guys have just refined this so much, and really impressed with the roadmap that you guys have put together.
Yeah, and I'm under like a lot less stress now. Of course, a lot of the strategy for starting the tour, you know, so close in the summer was really because you want to provide this information to as many people as you can in the launch phase.
Right.
The longer after launch you're introducing this information, the less their opportunity to have the massive, you know, 10,000x, you know, and those type of gains. So we really wanted the tour to launch as close to the launch of the chain as possible. But without there being a launch yet, it was so stressful trying to prepare for an LA workshop and a Sacramento workshop.
Right.
And now that our first event is this golf tournament, I'm super excited about that. It is the kickoff to PostCon. You know, we're trying to bring 3,000 people to PostCon. So we should be able to bring 300 people to a golf tournament.
Oh,
and have an awesome Labor Day, you know, celebration on that Monday.
So that's September
5th. Right? Yep, Labor Day. Vegas. Coming to Vegas? On the 5th.
I guess I'm having to go now. So
oh yeah.
I hadn't booked my tickets. So I'm kidding.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Good.
So if any of you out there are interested in going to PostCon, use your 15% off code KSBTV and get your PostCon tickets 15% off. That's pretty much, you know, all I got. I appreciate you coming on the show today. I just wanted to really just catch up with you. You know, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's my dude, man.
I remember our whole conversation.
Been through a lot.
I'm not gonna put on blast the things that I recall.
Hey, please don't.
No, not appropriate. He's a good guy.
Well, if any ladies out there, I will plug myself. Officially divorced and out through the other end of that tunnel. So I'm all good. I'm all healed up. Only took me 2 months. No, I'm kidding. It took a lot longer.
Oh my God.
The tour knows how long that took.
Put it out there.
So look, if you're interested in going out on a date with Ricky Shea during the PostCon week, send me a DM. We're going to do a live stream where I try to hook him up. Look at this. Look at this guy. Get some left, some right. I mean, you guys aren't ready for all this.
I wasn't prepared.
But anyways, thanks to all of the people in the audience that came to check in on what we have going on the tour. Thank you, Agape, for coming. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you for whoever put that HEX sticker. Who did that for Houston?
That's it.
Someone did it. I love it.
All
right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And that is the end of our show today.
Later.